Good evening, race fans, and welcome to race number 2 here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series. Here, their second season just underway, kicked off last Thursday night. Unfortunately, I was not able to attend to that due to prior engagements I had. But thank you all for tuning in here tonight. Here at the Virtual Gateway, or as they call it, the Worldwide Technology Raceway, here tonight over here on iRacing. Before we go ahead and get down to qualifying and all that, let's go ahead and recap what happened last week here. We go ahead and pull up the results here for everybody. That way you go ahead and see. Last week here at Vegas, we had Alexander claiming the victory there. Lance finishing second, Aaron finishing third, Dylan Williams there in fourth, and Ryan Clementi rounding out the top five. You got Warren Rogers there in sixth, Rob Power seventh, William Rucker eighth, Billy Smith back in ninth, and Eddie Santos rounding out the top 10. Andrew Frey there in 11th, TJ Harden 12th, Williams Wenson in 13th, James finishing 14th, CJ 15th. We got Garrett Hagan 16th, Gabrielle Hope 17th, James Gribben 18th. We got Joshua Osborne 19th, William Robbins 20th, Scott Watson 21st, Travis Rucker 22nd, Felix finishing 23rd, Anthony Yuns 24th, Aaron Spear 25th, William 26th, and Matthew rounding out in 27th there. That was last week at Vegas. A lot of these drivers are the first time I'm seeing them, so just give me a few races here to go ahead and understand, how to pronounce their first and last names. There's quite a few that I still got to learn here, but we go ahead and get down to the team standings here. As they stand coming into tonight. We got Built Different Incorporated there in the top spot with 81 points. We got Mr. Rogers Racing there with 67 in second. CRT Pulse Racing with 64 points in third. Back and forth, we got Gigabyte Racing with 51. Legacy Racing in fifth with 26 points. True North Racing in sixth spot with 25. We got Anthony Rucker Motorsports there in 7th with 22 points. Team Name Motorsports there in 8th with 19. We got the Real South Racing with 16 points back in 9th. 46 Motorsports in 10th with 5 points. And rounding out in 11th, we got Coco E Motorsports with 3 points. But, it's only the first race that they completed. Still a long way to go here for these guys, so I would expect those team standings to change as the season progresses on. But right now here in practice, let's go ahead and pull up where they are sitting here in practice. As far as the times go, we got Andrew there in first, Andrew Fay with a 25.425, William Rucker in second with a 25.428. TJ Harden third with a 25.474. Brian Edwards 11th, in fourth in the 11 car with a 25.482, and then Dylan Williams rounding out the top 5 in with a 25.534. But we'll see here if that's going to transfer over into qualifying or if that's just a mixture of them, with the draft and everything like that. Time will tell on that. But as they're coming down here to just around 5 minutes here of qualifying, we will pull up the weather report here so far, what they're dealing with here in the practice session here tonight. And that weather report is right here. 78 degrees under partly cloudy skies. We got track temp right around 78 degrees with the winds coming out of the north at 2 miles an hour. Humidity right around 45%. No rain expected, so the track is going to be dry and no fall within the vicinity. As we have couple drivers there blinking out. Don't know who that was. We'll go ahead and pull up the driver info for you guys. That way you go ahead and see who we're on. Billy Smith there. Blinking out there a little bit. Now we're on that 77 of William Rucker. In that second spot here so far in practice. But we will go ahead, folks. We will step away, play our national anthem here. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back for qualifying and the race. All right, everybody, welcome back. Do apologize for that mishap there I had with the national anthem. I accidentally muted the wrong thing that I wanted to mute, so I do apologize for that. But we are coming down here to the last 2.5 minutes here left to go in practice, so we'll just go ahead and enjoy the sights and sounds of the Indy cars going around, the DW12 cars, as they call them over here on iRacing. Go ahead and enjoy the sights and sounds of the cars going around the track here before they go ahead and get into qualifying. All right, hopefully you all enjoyed a little snippet of the sounds of those cars going around the track there. A lot of in-throttle time. You did see a couple drivers have some issues there with getting a little tighter, getting loose there throughout the track. So that's something we're going to have to keep our eyes on here as the race progresses on here. But practice has officially come to an end here. The checkered flag has officially waved on the session, so we will go ahead and advance everybody over into the qualifying session here and see who's going to be able to grab the pole here this evening. They do have 5 minutes to go ahead and lay down a lap. Do believe they get 2 laps here to go ahead and lay down the fastest lap that they can possibly do here this evening. So we'll see here if Andrew will be able to grab the pole. I do believe he was the fastest driver in practice, as you saw Bradley there losing it there on the exit of pit lane there. Dylan out here in that 32 machine. Trying to get those tires warmed up here, get the air pressures built up a little bit on them. I got CJ coming out here as well. So thank you all for tuning in here this evening. Looks like we have 7 out there watching right now. Thank you guys for tuning in here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series Season number 2 here tonight at Gateway over here on Extreme Racing TV. I do appreciate everybody tuning in here tonight as Andrew, first one out, first one laid down a lap there. Laying down a 25.642. Got Brian Edwards there with a 25.880. Still a long way to go here. You know, still 3.5 minutes here left to go in qualifying. You would expect some of these drivers to give contention there to Brian and Andrew. As I say that, Brian Andrews goes to the top. Brian Edwards goes to the top spot with a 25.509. Andrew Frey fell to second. You hear Bradley Williams here in the 116. His second lap of a 25.901 puts him up in the 5th spot. CJ Harden sitting there in 4th spot. Dylan in 3rd. But we still got more drivers out here. We got Garrett out here. You got William out here. Aaron out here just laid down a lap of a 26.246. Got Lance out here. Felix out here. You got Warren out here. Well, Warren's sitting on the end of pit road. Same with Edson. Anthony Yuns is out here in that 17 machine. Sorry. Lance, he just laid down 26.268. Put him in 8th spot for right now. Garrett there in the 9th spot. And on his second lap, lay down a 25.962. Put him, well, now he's in 10th as Lance jumps up into the 5th spot with a 25.567. Got Warren. He's now coming out here. There's coming down just under 2 minutes here left to go in qualifying. I would expect Brad, Edson, Caleb, Joshua. Looks like Joshua is slowly rolling off here. And it looks like we got a few drivers not coming out here to qualify. That includes Billy Smith, Travis Rucker, Christopher Lake, Alex Offenbach, Andy Frazier, William Swetson, Brian, and looks like that will be about it as far as drivers not coming out to qualify. The 2 machine there of Calix is in 9th on his first lap. We'll see here what he's able to lay down on his second lap. Warren Rogers there in the 48, just like his first lap was a 25.822, put him in 10th. Calix coming down here to start finish line, complete his second lap, 25.549. Put him up into the 4th spot. It looks like Warren is coming through the coming down pit road there. Looks like he's going to roll off 12th there. Brad Adams here coming out of turn number 4 to the start-finish line. He will lay down a lap time of 25.517, put him up into P2. Looks like Brian Edwards is going to go ahead and grab the pole here this evening, so congratulations goes to Brian on grabbing the pole here as we're coming down to the last 5 seconds here to go in qualifying. And let that session come to an end. We will go ahead, get into the race settings, and go ahead and get the field gridded up here this evening. Let's go ahead and pull up the starting grid here this evening for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Indy Series race number 2 here tonight at Gateway. And I got to fix that. The Indy cars are too big here. So, starting on row number 1, we got the 11 of Brian Edwards with a 25.509. Congratulations once again to Brian on grabbing the pole here tonight. Brad Adams in the 76 rolling off second. Back in row number 2, we got Edson in that 20 machine rolling off third. And fourth, we got the 28 of Andrew Frey. In row number 3, then 2 of Calix rolling off fifth. Back in 6th, we got the 77 of William Rucker. In row number 4, rolling off 7th, the 32 of Dylan Williams. Back in 8th, the 52 of Lance Anthony. In row number 5, we got the 17 of Anthony Yuns rolling off 9th. Back in 10th, rolling off in that 33 machine, we got DJ Harden. Back in row number 6, in that 916, we got Aaron Hobart. Rolling off 11th and 12th, we got the 48 of Warren Rogers. Row number 7, we got the 116 of Bradley Williams rolling off 13th, and 14th, the 30 of Garrett Hagan. And row number 8, we got Joshua Osborne in the 07 rolling off 15th, and 16th, 81 of Ryan. In row number 9, Travis Rucker in the 83 rolling off 17th, and 18th, we got the 23 of Christopher Lake. In row number 10, we got the 14 of William Swetson rolling off 19th. And 20th, we got the 24 of Andy Frazier. In row number 11, rolling off 21st, the 56 of Alex Offenbach. And 22nd, the 118 of Billy Smith. And that will complete the grid here this evening as a pace car is driving off, getting these guys gridded up, ready to go here this evening. We will go ahead, do one pace lap around this track, and we will go ahead and let Barney the Flagman get these guys underway to kick off the second race of Season 2 here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour here tonight at the Worldwide Technology Raceway here at Gateway. Looks like we have 8 of you out there watching right now. Thank you all for tuning in here. It should be an exciting race. Should be a good one. So go ahead and if you have time real quick, go ahead and get that shared out there to your friends, family, whoever. Tell them to come on over, tune in here, and watch some Indy racing over here on Extreme Racing TV over here on YouTube as the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road. It is in the hands of Brian Edwards. We will wait for Barney the Flagman to wave the green flag, and we will go ahead and get this race underway. And green flag is out. We are underway here tonight for race number 2 here tonight at Gateway for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. And already we're getting some 3 wide as Andrew's got some issues there. You don't want to have that there on the first lap. As William Rucker there's on the outside in that 77. Looks like he's doing battle there with the 32 of Dylan Williams. But Brian is going to go ahead and lead his first lap here tonight. 1 of 125 completed for him. He's looking complete. the cycle here lead all 125 laps here tonight, but we got battles going on back here with these guys. We got to keep our eyes on them. Probably even be better off if we take that camera angle back a little bit for everybody. That way you go ahead and get a better view of what's going on around the track. As we have, slight contact there between, I believe that was, Calix and Andrew. But they were able to get that situated pretty quickly. We had more contact there. I do believe that was Bradley Williams there and the 48. No, it wasn't the 48. It was the 17 of Anthony Yuns there. Looked like they made some slight contact as well, doing some battle there down the back straightaway. They were able to get that straightened out as well. These cars definitely carry a lot of speed down the straightaway. Really not showing up too well there on the ticker for some reason. Showing here they're only going about 180 miles an hour down the straightaway. But right now Brian has led all 4 laps here as he's getting pressure there from the 20 of Edson Santos there in that 20 machine, looking on the outside. Not too sure how that's going to work in the long run as he's getting a good run there coming out of 4 though. Down the front straightaway, he's going to peek down to the inside there, Brian now. And this is a battle for the lead, but he's not going to be able to do anything with it quite yet. He's going to have to regroup here and try to do what he did last time there, getting a very good run coming out of turn number 4. It looks like right now Brian was able to withstand the storm there. We go ahead and get back here. A little bit more action with Andrew. I do believe... yeah, Andrew, Dillon, and Bradley Williams here. Dillon's on the outside there. Dillon's going to go ahead and get around. Bradley go ahead and take over the 8th spot away. Looks like Bradley's going to fall back potentially some more there. You got the 17 there of Anthony Yuns trying to put pressure on him back here. We got Warren doing battle there with CJ. Looks like Warren's going to be able to prevail there on the outside as we have a wreck there. Andrew Frey, we're going to go ahead and see what happened there to Andrew. Going down the front straightaway, he blinks out. He had that issue there on the first couple laps there. And, looked like somebody got tight there in front of him. We will go ahead and get on Andrew. Let's do a chase cam there. And yeah, Bradley Williams there in that 116 got tight, pushed up there on the exit of 2, and unfortunately Andrew nowhere to go. Hard contact into the outside wall. And definitely has wheel damage. Definitely going to have required repairs. I'd probably would not be surprised if that would be the end of his race, unfortunately. So we'll go ahead and get back live here. It looks like none of the drivers partaked with the pit stops here. Only, 9 laps completed here early on. I'm pretty sure they are limited on the tire sets they have here tonight, so don't want to waste them here too early on. Go ahead and save what you got for the latter part of the race here. But it is something to keep our eyes on there, especially what we just saw there with the 116 there, Bradley Williams. Unfortunately, it looked like he got tight there. He might have hit the rumble strips too, in turn 2 just slightly, to where it upset that car, pushed him up on the exit of 2, and No, just one of them recent deals. Wrong place, wrong time for Andrew. You hate to see that happen to somebody here, especially, you know, not even 10 laps into the race. So it looks like Andrew, yeah, he's actually still out here. They probably have a fast repair. So that's good to see. If they do have a fast repair, go ahead and get that, you know, fixed up real quick. Nothing better than having a free backup car ready to go. Pace car lights are off. We will be getting a green flag here next time around. They do have single file restarts here for the Indy Series here, just like they do in real life. No double file restarts, all single file. But it won't take long to get some side-by-side racing going on here, especially with the draft. Depending on how good of a jump Brian gets here will determine a lot. As the pace car is off to the safety of pit road and Brian is back on the gas. We are back green flag racing here tonight at Gateway for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Season 2 race number 2 here tonight. As you're seeing Lance here on the outside of William Rucker there. Oh no, that's not William Rucker, that's Brad Adams, sorry. At 76 there, getting around him. And William is also going to go ahead and get around that 76 of Brad Adams. Get back here. Andrew was unfortunately caught up in that caution. No place to go for him. He has worked his way back up to 15th after restarting back, I do believe 19th. 4 spots there already, 1 lap down on the restart. And Dylan here in that 32 machine here sitting in 6th spot, right where he started the race. Looks like Brad Adams. He's fallen 5 spots. He's getting some pressure there from the 116 and Bradley Williams. Team Bradley taking more of a higher line there through 1 and 2. Got Lance here coming up on the 20 of Edson there. Brian Edwards has decided to check out. He said, I am not sticking around for none of this. You guys go ahead and figure out what you want to do. I'm going to go ahead and just get in my own zip code here. Whenever you guys figure it out, let me know. But Edson here in 2nd. Got Lance in 3rd. And we got battles going on behind them with William Rucker and Calix there. Looks like Williams going to be able to prevail in that 77 right now. Anyway, go ahead and get back here to Brad Adams. We got Joshua Oz. No, we had somebody coming down pit road. Anthony Young's here. I get back here to not CJ, but Bradley Williams here doing battle there with that 83 of Travis Rucker in that chrome. Not quite sure what the sponsor is on that. Oh, you see him really push up there. William Bradley, I should say, going to go ahead and brush the wall there coming out of turn 2. Good avoidance there by Bradley. That's something we're going to have to keep our eyes on from the looks of it there. The exit of turn 2 as we almost out 3 wide going down the front straightaway there. That is Brad Adams, Anthony Youngs, and CJ Harden right here. Now we got Bradley up here as well. So we got 2 side by side, 2 rows deep. Well, we had it for a moment. These cars are so fast, it changes so quickly. As you're seeing, oh, we have a caution, and we will think we found the culprit. We have to go back here and just double check here. Joshua Osborne, and oh, heavy contact to the outside wall there once again, coming out of turn number 2. Not entirely sure. It looks like, yeah, he coming up. And unfortunately, it looks like that low line is not a place you want to be into. It's definitely somewhere we have to keep our eyes on here. As he, unfortunately, with all that damage he has on the rear end, trying to get caught back up to the field, and lost it once more. But he'll come down, got his fast repair, get him back out here on the track. Brian Edwards has led all 19 laps here early on. Got Edson here in second, Calix in third, William fourth, Lance fifth, Dylan back in sixth, Anthony Yuns in seventh, CJ Hard eighth, Bradley Williams in ninth, and then Travis Rucker is going to round out the top 10 here. Only, 20 of 125 to go down. Still got, 105 to go. So anything can happen with these guys, and we'll not be surprised if that's not our last incident coming out of turn number 2 here this evening, just based on what we've seen here early on in the race. Every track has its challenges, and tonight it looks like Gateway, its challenge is going to be, not getting tight there on the exit of 2. It's been a while since I've been on Gateway. I don't know if there's a bump there in the middle of 1 and 2 that, with the way these cars sit so low on the track, it could really upset those, the balance of the car real quick. So I don't know if that's playing a factor into it, if there's a bump there, or what exactly is going on. I probably should have, had my butt out there on the track practicing and trying, just trying to get a good grasp of what to expect as the guys are out there racing around each other and everything like that. But unfortunately, I did not have time to do that here in this past week. Myself personally, I've been enjoying a vacation week this week, and it's been very busy. There's been very little time to just kick back and relax. So hopefully next week, as we go ahead in the household here and get back to reality and get back to the real life for everything, doing the adulthood things that we all do, be able to settle down and get back into my groove here and do what I usually do with the practicing and expecting, knowing what to expect with these cars, especially considering this is my first season doing the Indy side of the iRacing scope of it all. I'm learning as I go right now, so not only with the names, but also with these cars. So here in a couple weeks, I should have everything down. We should be flowing without a glitch here. Pending, any mistakes from the iRacing side, as we had that just 2 weeks ago. I was supposed to do the season opener, and unfortunately, iRacing decided to have its own little issues they were dealing with, so that was unfortunately postponed to last week. And like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, last week I was not able to broadcast because of the fact I had obligations already acquired before the season kicked off. So, but all that's done, situated, out of the way, so now we just enjoy the last 16 races here as we getting ready to go back racing here, and I'm just over here chatting away. Pace car is off. Brian is back on the loud pedal. We are back green flag racing here tonight. Lap 23 of 125. We will go ahead and get back here because this is usually where we saw the action picked up after the last restart, right around the 5th, 6th spot. But right now, looks like Anthony Yuns, CJ Harden, CJ all over the back there of Anthony. Obviously, there ain't going to be no bump drafting or anything like that with these cars, but there's going to be a lot of drafting, a lot of hard side-by-side racing. And CJ being one of the brave ones, still running that low side here. And now Bradley Williams, he's trying to make a move there. Not able to do anything with it quite yet. Travis Rucker is up in the mix as well. Ooh, you see Bradley make an evasive move there, trying not to get in the side there of CJ. Oh, as I say that, he gets in the side of CJ. CJ is going to go ahead and drop back, but excellent save there by CJ. Going to go ahead and keep everything under green flag conditions. I'm sure he's on that radio right now, not very happy, but excellent driving there from CJ. Being able to keep that car straight, as Garrett got some issues going on with the guy in front of him. I do believe, yeah, that's the 28 of Andrew, still having connection problems there. We get back up here to the front as the battle for the lead starting to heat up a little bit there with Brian Edson here. And I can't forget about Kalex here in that 2 machine. He's, ooh, looks like Edson. I don't know if that was net code from iRacing or not, but it looked like he made contact with the wall there coming out of 2. It did slow him down a little bit, as we're seeing now. Kalex is going to go ahead and take that 2nd spot. And as they say that, here comes Edson once more, and that's why we stayed up here, because I was anticipating Edson to come back, try to take that 2nd spot back away there, and it looks like at start-finish line he was able to do that. Down to, almost contact there between the 20 and the 2. Very close racing between these guys. As you can see there, Edson really being cautious there on the exit of the 2. Got William Rucker here in that 77 machine. He's going to dive it down to the inside of the 2 now. Not the 2, the 20. And coming out of turn number 4, William Rucker's side-by-side. Well, not quite side-by-side. More like wing to tire side-by-side. Going down through turn 1 and 2. William driving up the track there. Probably had to check up a little bit, killed some momentum. Now Lance is going to be all over the back there, the 77. Very good racing here going on within the top 5 here, and more than just the top 5, because we get back here to 9th. We got Travis Rucker getting around the 28 there of Andrew. Even back here, we got Brad Adams and Andy Frazier going at it here down the back straightaway, going down into turn number 3. Andrew's still not done, as we got a battle here for the lead. Well, had a battle for the lead. We got battle for 2nd now. Edson and Kalex going at it once more. Looks like Edson's going to be able to reclaim that. Well, as I say that, Kalex is just going to go ahead and do a crossover move on him down the front straightaway, going down to turn number 1 and 2 here. Not sure if he's going to be able to clear him. Oh, man. Has some more maybe contact there from Edson on the exit of the 2 or net code with the wall, one of the 2. Either way, there was a cloud of smoke that came off of turn number 2 there, off that 20 machine. And now they're going to go ahead and try to get up to that 11 machine, Brian Edwards. But so far, Brian has been able to hold him at bay, leading 33 of, leading all 33 laps here, looking to complete 34 down the front straightaway. Looks like he's going to be able to complete that got battles back here for third now. With William Rucker looking down to the inside as we have a caution thing. We will go ahead and take a look back here to see exactly what happened. And found it. That would be Travis Rucker and let's go ahead and do a chase cam there. Yep, just a little bit of contact there between Travis and who was that? I think that was yeah, Andrew again. He went ahead and took a ride up over the pit wall there. Definitely not a night that Andrew has been wanting to have here. But now we're seeing all these drivers coming down pit road. Would not be surprised to see 4 tires, fuel, very quick pit stop here with these cars, probably 5-7 seconds, something like that. All right, folks, I had to step away for a brief moment. I apologize for that. As it looks like we have Andy Frazier is up in the top spot. And Ryan Clementi in second. Joshua Osborne third. Billy Smith fourth. William Swetson. Swenson. I'm just going to call him Swenson for now until he corrects me. He's in fifth. Brian Edwards sixth. Edson Santos on seventh. Calix eighth. I'll get his name here in a couple weeks. William Rucker ninth, and Lance Anthony rounding out the top 10 here. As we should be getting the one to go here next time by, well, this time by, I should say, as pace car is on the front straightaway. So thank you all for tuning in here this evening. Looks like we have 12 of you out there watching. Thank you guys very much for tuning in here tonight for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Season 2 Indy Series here tonight at Gateway over here on iRacing. And if you're new, you're tuning in to Extreme Racing TV. Make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and don't forget to hit that notification bell. That way you go ahead and get informed anytime Extreme Racing TV goes live, or the league's over here on iRacing. Right now it's every Thursday night here for the Indy Series here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour, as the pace car is diving off to the safety of pit road. The 24 Andy Frazier has control, and the green flag is back out. We are green flag racing once again here tonight at Gateway, as 11 and Brian there in 5th spot, moving up to the 118 there of Billy Smith. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the top 4 did not come down pit road, so we'll see here. As you're seeing, definitely going to be something we'll have to watch here, as it looks like Billy's really slow compared to the other drivers here. But right now, Andy, has a pretty comfortable lead there. Well, relatively comfortable. It's about 0.4 of a second there between Andy and Ryan. Back here to Joshua Osborne here in the 07. He's about almost 0.2 of a second behind Ryan. Now it's almost like 1/10 of a second. So we got Brian Edwards going around. We caught that at the corner of our eyes, but that will bring out the caution here. Let's go ahead and take a look back, see what happened to that 11 machine there of Brian Edwards. He might have just got loose coming out of 2. See here. Oh no, he definitely had some help from his friends there. That would have been... Let's see here. Where is he at? Oh, Edson. Yeah, it looks like he made contact there with the rumble strips there, and came up, and unfortunately, definitely not intentional whatsoever there from Edson, but just one of the products of these cars sitting so low and hitting those rumble strips down there at the bottom of the track definitely upset that car, pushed it up, and Brian had nowhere to go, but around he went, and now he's going to come down pit road here. I don't think he made contact with anything, but probably those tires are shot. Not sure if I want to bring anybody up for an interview here early on, but let's see here if our leader is not in the Discord, so I'm not going to be able to interview him. This is the problem. When I want to interview somebody, half the time they're not in the Discord chat, so I can't pull them up. And I definitely don't want to interview the guy that just wrecked. He's probably not too happy, and probably has some bleeping stuff I don't have set up to bleep out. So looks like we're going to go ahead and hold off for right now on interviews, as I look to see potentially who we can interview here if we do get another caution. Well, you know what? We got time here. Let's go ahead and pull up our second place. He's in Team iCar. Let's pull up Ryan up into the broadcast booth. Well, Ryan, you're sitting here in second spot right now. You know, Still got a long way to go here. Only on lap 45 of 125. Go ahead and talk about, how's the race been for you here so far, and what are you expecting here as the race continues? Ryan, do you have a copy? All right. Well, Ryan is not there. So, we tried to do the interview, and Ryan is not chatting. So, we will try again here with somebody else here, as we have the green here. Just give a little recap here real quick. We got Andy Frazier first, Ryan second, Joshua Osborne third, Edson Santos fourth, Felix fifth, Dylan Williams sixth, TJ Harden seventh, Anthony Yuns eighth, Garrett Hagan ninth, and Bradley Williams is rounding out your top 10 here. As we go ahead and get them ready to go back green flag racing here tonight at the Worldwide Technology Raceway here at Gateway. For the pace car to make that slow move, transition into pit road. 24 Andy Frazier will have control once more. He's led 10 laps here so far and looking to lead even more as the green flag is back out. We are back green flag racing here tonight at Gateway, and we're going to have to keep our eyes out on, not only Ryan but Joshua here. We can keep going through the field of drivers we got to keep our eyes on. That too, Kalex, he's been somebody to keep our eyes on here. It looked like Ryan had a brief moment there where he was under pressure there from Joshua, and Joshua just did not get a good turn off the four. Now Edson's on the outside of him. As almost contact there between Joshua and Edson, but good driving by both guys there, being aware of the situation. And living to see another lap here tonight. As now Kalex, with that little mishap between those two drivers, he's able to move up to third. Now, almost contact there at a turn 2 there with Joshua Osborne, that 07 machine. And really close racing going on. We almost have 3 wide down the front straightaway once more, but they're back 2 by 2 through 1 and 2, and once again Joshua pushing up the track, and now Dylan is gonna drive it down to the inside. Seems the exit of 2 is the trouble spot here, as far as the car is not wanting to stick down at the bottom for some reason. There's got to be some kind of bump that is upsetting those cars, and if they're hitting it in the wrong spot. As I missed the pass for the lead there, Kalex is up into the top spot, but he's going to officially lead his first lap here tonight. We did not miss that, so congratulations to Kalex on leading his first lap here. Andy Frazier now in second spot, under pressure there from Ryan. At 81, we got big wreck there. Big wreck here this evening here at Gateway. And we're going to go ahead and take a look back. Once again, that was on the exit of turn number 2. So we're going to go ahead and see exactly what happened here. First car I saw around was the 32 of Dylan. And yep, there it is. The 07. Just came up, got in the 32, Dylan, and around he went. And unfortunately for a lot of other drivers, they had nowhere to go. We got the 30 of Garrett Hagan. We got the 83 of Travis Rucker. We got the 40. No, not the 48. I mean, you just got the 17. That would be Anthony Yuns. We have, yeah. Oh, the 73 almost made it through. That would have been, don't see a 73. I don't see a 73 in the session. Probably a wrong number. Unless it was, it was Brad Williams. Never mind, it was the right number. Looked like a 3 from my angle. So, a lot of cars got mangled up in that one. A lot of fast repairs will be used here. Looks like Travis Rucker, unfortunately, doesn't look like he has one. He probably had a tow. Didn't think of that. Joshua Osborne, he probably had a tow as well. DJ Harden, he probably had a tow. Got Andrew Frey still out here. He is 2 laps down. Still having connection problems there to the iRacing server. But I do want to give a big shout out to the sponsors here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. MW Race Cars, one of the things that you see scrolling through the OBS here this evening. Big shout out to them for sponsoring the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Crown Athletics, big shout out to them for sponsoring Magnolia Laser. Congratulations. Well, not congratulations. Thank you for not only supporting but growing the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. And but yeah, congratulations to the Crown Athletics Racing Tour for having these sponsors come on board here and supporting what they're trying to build and what they're growing here over here on iRacing. So big shout out to all the sponsors here this evening for doing their part for supporting the league over here on iRacing. As we should be getting the one to go here next time by. I got Calix in the top spot, Angie Frazier second, Ryan Clemente third, Edson Santos fourth, Bradley Williams fifth, Brad Adams sixth, Brian Edwards seventh, William Rucker eighth, Billy Smith ninth, and Lance rounding out the top 10. We are just a little over the halfway point here this evening. No, we're not actually. Close to the halfway point. Sorry. I don't know what I was looking at. We need to get to lap 63. It's actually lap 62 and a half. But it won't register halfway till 63. So we'll go ahead and wait for that pace car to dive off the safety of pit road. And it's in control of that 2 machine. Alex is back on the loud pedal. We are back green flag racing here tonight at Gateway for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour Season number 2, Race 2, over here on iRacing. as we got Lance getting around Billy Smith. I think Billy's just trying to take it easy here, not trying to cause any problems with anybody, just learning. We got 3 wide down the back straightaway. Down to turn number 3, Billy being wise about it, just slowing down. You guys go ahead. You guys want to race it up, go ahead around me. I don't want anything to do with this, as we got 3 wide again down the front straightaway. And Billy finally out of the hornet's nest, and I'm sure he is taking off that sweat there, as you got Ryan moving up the 3rd, getting around the 20 of Edson. But we definitely, gotta keep our eyes out here on the exit of 2 here. We got Edson down to the bottom, coming out of turn number 2, able to keep good control of the car that time, coming out of 2, down the back straightaway, side by side, racing there with the 81 of Ryan. Going down through 3 and 4, coming out of turn number 4. Edson going to be able to take that spot back away from Ryan. But down the front straightaway, Ryan's going to get another run going down to turn number 1. Not going to be able to put it side by side. Coming out of 2, get back here. What's going on back here with the 76 of Brad Adams? He's in a little bit of a pickle here between the 77 and the 11. The 11 is going to be able to get around the 76, put him up into the 7th spot. And now he's looking down to the inside of the 77 of William Rucker. And not quite clear, almost contact there with the 77 out of turn number 2 with the wall. Good piece of driving there from the 77 and the 11. Not only to not make contact with each other, but for the 77 not hitting that wall. That was very close. That probably would have been disastrous for both drivers if that was going to be able to take place there. But fortunately, William, very good understanding of the situation. But now Brad Adams will be able to get around Ryan, and Lance looking on the outside as well of the 11 there of Brian Edwards. See here through 1 and 2 here if Brian's going to just let Lance go by. Yep, and Lance is going to peek down to the inside there, the 76 of Brad, down the back straightaway into turn number 3. And it looks like Lance is going to move himself up into the 7th spot. We got Bradley Williams here. He just moved up into the 4th spot. A lot of good battles here going on. 4th all the way back to, you can go back to 9th here with Brian Edwards. Get back up here to the lead. Alex still in the lead here. We've got about a 0.3 of a second lead over the 2nd place driver Edson at 20. Andy Frazier here in 3rd in that 24 machine. He is roughly 0.5 of a second, 5.5 of a second behind Edson. And then we get back here to the Hornet's Nest between the three cars, Bradley, William, Lance, and then the other 3 cars, Brian, Ryan, and Brad. William Rucker is going to be able to get around Bradley there for 4th spot. Here comes Lance Anthony looking down to the inside. He's going to try to go for a 2-for-1 here. He's able to get Bradley, but he's not going to be able to get 77 quite yet. Fall back in line here, get the draft down the back straightaway, going down to turn number 3. Ooh, almost some bump drafting. Obviously, you can't do that in these cars. But that was some real close driving there with Lance and William Rucker there. As we got somebody, Bradley Williams there, having a moment there where he blinked out for a moment. But he's back in. He's still out here, racing out here on the track. But looks like for now, the weather has calmed down between William and Lance. As I say that, here comes Lance. But not able to do anything with it. Ooh. William brushed the wall there coming out of 2. That's going to give all the momentum to Lance down into turn number 3. He's going to be able to complete that pass over William Rucker, so put Lance up into the 4th spot. But William, he's right there. Ooh, I think there might have been contact there between Lance and William. Lance got real wiggly there. Edson is back in the lead here as I missed the battle for the lead, but the battle for the lead is not over. Well, thought it wasn't over. Looks like Kalex is going to be settling for second for right now. Obviously, he's not content with being second. He wants to lead the rest of the race, but for right now, just trying to build the momentum back. As I say that, here he comes down to the inside of the 20 at start-finish line. Edson's going to lead that lap, but looks like Kalex is letting him have it in 1 and 2, and then he's going to build the momentum back up down through the back straightaway into 3 and 4. But I think he may have used his stuff up for 1 and 2, because he really left too big of a gap there. But as I say that, you know, he did pretty good that time through 1 and 2, so maybe it was just the entry point of 1 and 2. He did not really like it. And it takes, you know, with that big of a gap, just take a couple laps here to get all that momentum back as he's coming down the front straightaway here. We're not expecting him to make a move here. If anything, it'll be in 3 and 4 here if he's able to get that built back up, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. You get back here to the battle's going on. William Rucker peeking down to the inside of Andy Frazier. Like William is going to be able to take that 4th spot away from Frazier. Well, now as I say that, now we're 3 wide. Williams going to back out of that. He doesn't want anything to do with 3 wide right now, as I think that was not Lance, but not too sure who that was. That was a lap car. That makes it even weirder. But Edson's still in that lead. That 2 machine still has not given up. Kalex is still trying to find a way to get that momentum built up, to get back around him. Got Dylan Williams in that 32 here back in 14th. We got Aaron here in that 916 here in 17th spot. He is sitting 1 lap down. Got Andrew Fay here in the 18th spot. Still having issues staying connected. I missed it. We are officially past the halfway point here. And, looks like the battle for the lead looks like it's heating up. Then it doesn't heat up. Then it starts looking like it's going to heat up. Then it doesn't heat up. So a lot of back and forth going on between first and second right now as far as being able to get that momentum built up and maintain it. But speaking of momentum, Bradley Williams here up 7 spots. Looking to get another position. Trying to put the pressure there on Brian Edwards. Well, actually now it would be Brad Adams. He did not keep the momentum up. He is going to fall back another spot, put him back to 7th. So that'll be only 6 positions gained for Bradley Williams here. But update. There it goes. But you got Brian Edwards here in the 5th spot. Lance, William Rucker, I should say, here in 4th. Well, who's that lap car? Here's a lap car in between William Rucker and Lance Anthony. Well, now it's in between Rucker and Edwards. I can't. Not him, and it's not him. Not him. Not him. I'm gonna find this guy. Oh, it's Dylan. Okay. There we go. Found the guy. Dylan Williams, now 32. But the battle for the lead, still a close battle between the two, but, you know, Edson's still able to hold off the two machine there at Kalex for now. But we'll see here, you know, as the race progresses to the latter part, if he's just holding off and, you know, letting Edson use all his stuff up, or, you know, if Edson just made the right move at the right time and he's, with the tires the way they are now, being able to hold off E2. But can't forget about Lance Anthony here. I mean, he's, you know, 3.5 seconds behind the lead, but those guys start racing side by side really hard against each other. It's going to take no time for that 52 and Lance to get up there and be in contention for not only second, but also the lead. Same with William Rucker. He's sitting right around 3.94 seconds behind the leader. Anything can happen. Still a long way to go. But they need Kalex to get up to that 20 of Edson. Right now, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. But you never know. All it takes is one slip up from Edson, or one really good turn from Kalex there in that 2 machine. But right now, Edson just showing everybody else how to get around this track here. We got 9 cars on the lead lap. Warren Rogers in that 48 is the last driver on the lead lap. Have not talked much about Warren here this evening, but good piece of racing here from Warren here. He's only up 3 spots from where he started the race, but you know, he's got himself sitting here in the top 10. Got Garrett Hagan here in that 30 machine, and 8th spot, up 6 spots from where he started the race. I would expect these guys to possibly be coming down pit road here as they are on lap 50, be 51 now to start finish line. Not entirely sure what the fuel load is on these cars as far as how far they can exactly go on a tank of fuel, but I mean, they are completing laps in 26 seconds, so I would not believe that they can make it the rest of the race. That's probably why we only have 9 cars on the lead lap. Dylan here is the last driver on the lead lap, as we just saw somebody else come down pit road. Not entirely sure who that... Oh, Billy Smith down pit road here. He just completed his 43rd lap on pit road, getting service done to his machine. Have another driver down pit road. Brian Edwards is down pit road. Kalex is down pit road. So pit stops are happening. I would expect Edson, yes, he's coming down pit road now. But he's going to be at a disadvantage because Kalex is going to have the advantage pending any mishaps on pit road. So we'll see here. Lance Anthony is now your leader here. He's been out here 38 laps. It's gonna be close. They were out here 55 laps. I don't see him making it to the end of the race. That would put him over 60, 70 laps actually. It would be 75 laps. We'll see here, him and William Rucker in the same boat, as well as Garrett Hagan and Dylan Williams. They've all been out here 40 laps. But it worked out for Edson. He was able to maintain his lead over Kalex there. They are the first two drivers a lap down. Well, actually, Dylan Williams. But Dylan's been out here 41 laps. Compared to Edson, he's been out here 2 laps. So if the top 3 have to come down pit road, Dylan's gonna have to come down pit road as well. So we'll see here. A lot of different strategies going on out here on the track right now. So we're gonna see here which one pans out. I just don't. The only thing I can think of is Lance, William, and Garrett. They're all expecting a caution. And if it does work out, Edson is going to be right around 3 seconds behind Dylan. But Dylan is on the same stint as the other 3 drivers in front of him. So the lead should transfer to the 20 machine if he's able to stay in front of Kalex, which he's got about a 2-second lead over that 2 cars. So I would expect him to take the lead back over unless somebody gets froggy here and you only got to do a splash and go. No tires. That could be in the works too, between Lance, William, and Garrett. Well, okay, never mind. Definitely a lot of strategy unfolding here as the race progresses on. Definitely wish I can get, in the ears of these drivers here right now and see what they're talking about, between teammates and everything like that. But we unfortunately don't want to do that and give anything away. We don't know which drivers secretly have the broadcast going on in the background. See if I'll give any tidbits away. I will not do that. I'm just purely going on speculation here right now as we have a caution. So that strategy does not matter. As it looks like Billy Smith's on pit road. He has no front wing. So we will see here. Ooh, hard contact out of 2. And not sure who that was. I think that might have been the... Well, it wasn't the 48. It was a light. Oop, there he is. Oh, no. It was the 2 of Kalex. He just had nowhere to go. I tried to avoid. And I do believe he's going to have to come down and get that fast repair, fix that wing of his. Billy Smith is on pit road, but now we got Lance, William, and Garrett coming down pit road. And Dylan's going to go ahead and go around the pace car there, so they do get a free pass. But these guys are just going to go ahead and not sure how this works in Indy, but they should get the wave around. We'll find out. If not, then we know for the next race. Like I said, I'm sort of kind of learning on the fly, so this is the first ever full-time season I have done a league based on, you know, the Indy rules and all that stuff. So definitely a learning curve for me, and definitely looking forward to the experience. And here's one of them right now. We will go ahead and see exactly what happens here. But if it works the way I think it will, these drivers will get the wave around because the leaders did come down pit road. But as it stands, we got Lance in first, William Rucker second, Garrett Hagan third, Dylan Williams fourth. As he's coming down pit road now, so he won't be fourth. Edson fifth, Kalex sixth, Brian Edwards seventh, Bradley Williams eighth, Andy Frazier ninth, and Brad Adams rounding out your top 10 here. But still got Dylan in fourth, but he's not fourth. Oh yes, he is. He got the wave around. Never mind. Oh Lord. Never mind, folks. It's been a long day. It's actually been a long week. A lot accomplished. Feeling pretty good about myself, so. Tired, but all in all. As yes, they will go ahead and get around the pace car, so my theory was right. All these drivers will go ahead and get around the pace car. Now we'll put Lance Anthony right behind the pace car. But now they will all be at the tail end. And they will all be catching up to yeah, they're all gonna. So there's gonna be a mixed bag here of lead lap cars and lap cars here towards mid pack. So we're definitely gonna have to keep our eyes here on the restart. They added another lap here to go ahead and make sure everybody gets back in line. Pace car lights are back off, so next time by, now that everything's situated, everybody's back in line where they're supposed to be. Should be going green next time around, as we will have 20 to go next time by. Go ahead and give everybody a quick race recap here. We've had 6 cautions for 23 laps, 6 lead changes, and we have 21 laps to go here this evening. So thank you all once again for tuning in here tonight over on Extreme Racing TV for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. This is Season 2, race number 2 here tonight at Gateway. Definitely been an entertaining one, an exciting one. Had quite a bit of action here so far, and I'm sure we're not done with that yet, as Lance is back on the loud pedal. We are back. Green flag racing here tonight at Gateway for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Season 2, race number 2. We're going to see here what William has for Lance. Can't forget about Garrett and Edson here. But Edson's got some work to do to go ahead and get around a couple lap cars here. But coming out of turn number 4, Lance and William neck and neck. Well, not neck and neck, but Williams right over the back of the 52 there at Lance. And you're seeing a lot more of these drivers using more of a higher entry into 1 and then slowly coming down into 2 to get a good run out of 2. Looks like Lance was able to do a better job of that through 1 and 2. Now through 3 and 4. Looks like Williams better in 3 and 4 than Lance is. Lance is better in 1 and 2 than William is. A lot of that could be just the wake of the car. We go ahead. We got battle here for that's battle for 7th between Dylan and Bradley Williams. Bradley's going to go ahead and take that spot. We also got a battle. Kalex is able to get around the 20 there. In this hornet's nest of a posh of Indy cars. Got a mixture of lead lap cars and lap cars. Ooh, big contact there, and around goes Kalex, and another driver gets involved as well. Not quite sure who that was, but that. So far, we're still green. I'm not sure there. Aaron, that 916, unfortunately got caught up in that as well. He is sitting here 3 laps down, and that front is absolutely destroyed. But we are still green flag racing here. No caution came out for that one. That's kind of surprising, considering we've seen cautions come out for less than that. Lance and William still nose to tail. William right around 2/10, 1/10 of a second behind Lance. Garrett here in 3rd. That 30 machine right around 2.5 seconds behind the leader. Trying to find his way to get around that lap car. That would be the who is that? The 81 of Ryan. Well, there's the caution. Do believe that would be for possibly the incident. Oh, we do have a no name. Alex is the no name driver here tonight. I'm not seeing where that caution would have came out at. So we're just going to assume it was for the prior incident. Now that'll bring our caution total up to 7 here. We are down to, should be 12 laps to go here once it updates. 25 laps under caution, 6 lead changes, so it should be right around 27 laps of caution here by the time we take the green flag. And we'll be down to 10 laps to go, roughly. So for those just tuning in here, let's go ahead real quick and show you the team standings coming into tonight. And yeah, Built Different Incorporated there in the top spot with 81 points. Mr. Rogers Racing in second with 67 points. CRT Pulse Racing in third with 64 points. Then you got Gigabyte Racing with 51 points back in fourth. Legacy Racing in fifth with 26 points. True North Racing in sixth spot with 25 points. Anthony Rucker Motorsports, 22 points back in seventh. Team Name Motorsports in eighth with 19. Real South Racing ninth with 16. 46 Motorsports in 10th with 5. And Tucko E Motorsports in 11th with 3 points. And it is a 17 race season, so a lot can change between now and the season finale here for season 2. So definitely going to be interesting to see how this season unfolds here for these guys. Still got, a lot of races here left to go and a lot that can change between now and the season finale. And we got Talladega coming up here on August 1st. So that Talladega and these cars, that's going to be exciting. Looking forward to that. You definitely want to tune in for that one. Indy cars at a super speedway. Not sure. Yeah, I think some of these track names got cut off. See if we can fix that. But we are down to the one to go here. And we still have 12 of you out there watching. Thank you guys so much for, sticking around, tuning in here for not only for, the Extreme Racing TV, but also the Crown Athletics Racing Tour over here on iRacing. These guys are doing a phenomenal job, not only building the Indy side of, their league, but also having a pretty good fan base backing them there. Not only over on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call that anymore. I still call it Twitter. Elon can call it X or E or Y or Z. I don't care. But still Twitter to me. As the pace car dives off to the safety of pit road, Lance is back in control. And we are back green flag racing here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. We're down to 10 laps to go. Well, actually, it'd be 9 laps to go now. And now everybody, there is no give and take here. We are down to the last 10 laps. Well, 9 laps. Any way you look at it, we're down to the single digits of racing here. There's not that much time left on the counter for any give and take, as we got battle going on there with Garrett and Edson. We have a caution. As the saying goes, cautions breed caution. But I'm not seeing where that caution was. We have another no caution, but was a caution? So, very odd. We would have 2 of those. All right. go ahead and see here. I'm not entirely sure if they get any green, white, checkered attempt. That's on me for not checking the race info before I went live. But we shouldn't run into that issue this caution. That would be if we get another caution. That's when we would run into the problem. They should get the one to go here in a lap or two. It looks like, who was that got the way around? Sure who that was. Oh, that was CJ getting a lap back there. So it gave CJ the lap back, but not Andy or Warren. So kind of odd. Oh, you know what? He's one lap down now. I didn't see where Andy or Warren got involved in anything, but it could be something that I missed there, going through the replay and just skipping around trying to find out who was involved in the incident that I could not find. As the pace car lights are still on, so we still got at least one more lap around the track with the lights on. We should be one to go next time around. And that will put it 3 laps to go on the restart. So it would be a unofficial green-white checkered attempt. Like I said, I don't believe the Indy Series has a green-white checker. So we'll see here exactly how this plays out. Definitely showing my weak side when it comes to the racing aspect of it all. But like I said, give me a couple weeks, folks. I'll go ahead and get this all hunkered into my pocket. And we will go ahead and act like, you know, we were knowing what we were doing all along. So always those first couple races, getting the jitters and all that out of the way, especially when you're learning something new. You're going to have a lot of that between learning something new and learning new names. Definitely a lot going on, so we will go ahead and do the best we can over here at Extreme Racing TV. But hopefully we are, you know, providing the main attraction that is putting on a good show and trying to get everybody out there on air that are out here on track. That's one of the goals that we try to strive for each and every broadcast that we do, regardless of where they're running. At least trying to get them on the TV screen a few times during the race. Just because without them, the league wouldn't be what it is. So I give thanks to, you know, all these drivers out here that come out here, take time out of their night, come out here and have fun and do something for, you know, the league that they're running in. And, you know, all the admins that take time out to put in the work and the effort. It's definitely not easy, as the pace car is off to the safety of pit road, and we will go ahead, get that green flag back out in the air. We are back green flag racing here. 3 laps to go here for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour race number 2 at Gateway. And we're going to see here if Lance is going to be able to hold off William, Garrett, and Edson down the back straightaway. Can't forget about Brian Edwards either. He's back up here in the mix here in that 5th spot. Coming down through 3 and 4 here, coming to take 2 to go. We got Lance still up in the top spot. William, he's looking down to the inside here, down the front straightaway, going down into turn number 1. And we'll see here if he's going to push up. No, he's not. He's going to get back in line real quick behind that 52 of Lance Anthony. Down the back straightaway going down into turn number 3. Here comes Garrett Hagan as well as Edson, that 20 machine, down the front straightaway for the final time. Well, not the final time. White flag is out one more time around this track. Through 1 and 2. William Rucker, Lance Anthony. Lance going to be able to drive right through William. Well, not through William, but be able to maintain that momentum. William really pushed up the track there coming out of turn number 2, and now William dropped out on the last lap. Lance Anthony is going to grab the victory here tonight. Edson grabbing second. Garrett Hagan grabbing third. Brian Edwards fourth. Dylan Williams fifth. Bradley Williams sixth. Brad Adams seventh. Ryan eighth. Unofficially, William Rucker ninth. CJ rounding out the top 10 here. Unfortunate for William there. I'm not sure exactly what happened there on the last lap, but all of a sudden his internet went out on him. But Lance Anthony grabbing the victory here in that 52 machine. Congrats goes to Lance and his team here this evening. Grabbing that victory here at Gateway. Well, folks, we will go ahead and step away. Get our top 3 up here in the broadcast booth. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Alrighty, folks, welcome back. We'll see here if we can get the top three up here in the broadcast booth. First up in third spot there is that 30 machine of Garrett. Well, Garrett, go ahead, top out your race here tonight at Gateway. Looked like it was a big time struggle there with the exit of 2 there, especially as the run went on. Just go ahead and talk about how was it for you and how was the race all in all.
I definitely felt like I was driving like a school bus out there, or like a boat tow, or like towing a boat or something. I was 4 tenths off of everybody else in qualifying, and I really just didn't have a fast car. I struggled in the dirty air. Um, if you could get turn 2 correctly, you could pass them. You could keep 3 and 4 flat out. So I don't know where I struggled, but um, I was able to save fuel through that middle green flag run, and me, Lance, Will were the only 3 that stayed out. So benefited massively from that. And then Rucker had some internet issues, so benefited from that as well, unfortunately. But we'll take them how we get them.
Yes, definitely got to take them, how you can get them. Still being able to finish here in top 3. Had a track that, for some reason that you alluded to, you had a struggle trying to figure out how to, get a handle on it. Finishing in the podium here tonight, very, very good for you, and kudos to, sticking it out and maintaining with it. And, we look forward to August 1st, super speedway racing here in these Indy cars, taking on Talladega. Go ahead and, kind of give, what are you looking forward to going into that track here on the 1st of August?
Talladega is not going to be too different from when we were racing at Vegas. They're both going to be draft packs in these cars, so it'll be a lot of wrecking, and it'll be a lot of super speedway. Just keep it clean. I'm more of a road course guy myself, so I'm looking forward to the first one of those on the schedule.
Yeah, and I'm not sure which one it is, but I think it's either the 8th or the 15th. The updated schedule kind of got cut off, so we will see if we can go ahead and get that corrected here, so that way I can we can know exactly what tracks we're heading to going into the 8th and 15th of August. But until then, we still got plenty of time, and you still have a third place to celebrate here tonight, Garrett. But before we go ahead and let you go and celebrate your third, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before you go off and celebrate your P3 here tonight?
Yeah, I want to shout out my teammate Dylan and CJ. Without a push from Dylan coming to the line, I wouldn't have been P3. I think the time difference was like 19 thousandths of a second or something like that. And the guy behind me had a run, so without a push from my teammate in Indy cars, I don't think I would have been P3. So big shout out to them, and CJ always keeps us in good spirits. He had a crappy race today, but he's normally the one with the good one, keeping us cheered up. So yeah, shout out to those guys.
All right, Garrett. Well, we're going to go ahead and let you go here. Celebrate your P3 finish here tonight. And we'll see you August 1st at Talladega. Until then, enjoy this one.
All right, thanks. Looking forward to it.
All right, you're welcome. All right, now will take us to our second place finisher here. I think he's still in the Discord. Edson, no, he is not. So we're just going to go ahead. Congratulations to that 20 machine Edson Santos for finishing second here this evening. Good piece of work, driving the wheels off of that machine, not literally but figuratively. But now we're going to go ahead and move up to our race winner here tonight, and that would be that 52 machine of Lance Anthony. If I can move him up here. Oh, he's the one I got to move by hand. Oh, I can't. Hold on. I'll get him. I got to have him move. For some reason, we got to figure that out. Why some people I can move and others I can't. But we're going to go ahead and get him up here in the broadcast booth here real quick. So we're just waiting for him to come into the broadcast booth so we can go ahead and get the race winner interview out of the way here. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna go move him. Oh my. All right, Lance finally got his victory self up here. He's probably down there having a victory, virtual victory beer here in that 52 machine. Go ahead and talk about your race here tonight at Gateway. Looked like it was a struggle for some, and others they were just able to master it. And tonight, even though it looked like at times you might have struggled a little bit, you still found a way to master it all here. Just go ahead and talk about your race here tonight at Gateway. Hello? Lance Anthony, you have a copy. Hello? Hello? He is muted and I can't hear him. I'm not sure exactly what's going on there.
Hey, I think I got it.
There he is. There's Lance.
Sorry about that. We're partying too hard down here in the 52 pit box.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. You got to celebrate, man, when you can celebrate. But awesome racing here tonight by you. Just go ahead and talk about your race. How was it for you? It looked like some were struggling, especially on the exit of 2 there. A lot of the cars were pushing on the exit of 2. Just go ahead and talk about your race. How was it here for you tonight?
Yeah, it was tough. Track position was definitely key. Dirty air was pretty rough, especially in 1 and 2, but even a little bit in 3 and 4. You got a little bit of air wash, so running the high line was definitely key. The first half of the race, I just tried to survive. Didn't qualify as well as I wanted to, so I knew it was going to be a long night, but wasn't sure how the yellows were going to fall strategy-wise, so that was kind of a toss-up. Luckily, me and Willie pitted at the same time and ran that strategy out, and it worked. We caught a lucky yellow, so after that, I knew it was pretty much going to be me or him. The other guys got trapped a lap down, so which they caught a lucky yellow there at the end to bring him back. So I knew Edson was going to be a player. Garrett was pretty strong, but looked like he might have struggled a little bit more than the other 3 of us there. So once we had the final yellow, I knew I just had to rip the top and go high, wide, and handsome, and it was probably in the bag. So lucky to bring the LA Electric contractors and engineers 52 to victory lane tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially starting back in 8th spot, on your way up here in the top spot here, leading 35 laps. Definitely kudos to not only the 52, the entire team, but also you behind the wheel, driving the wheels off of that thing. But, we look forward to next week. August 1st, we go to Talladega Super Speedway racing here in the DW12 cars. Go ahead and talk about, kind of what you look forward to going to that track. I kind of heard it's going to be kind of similar to what Las Vegas was as far as the package goes. But go ahead and talk about it from what you're expecting going into next week.
Oh man, I'm ready for it to be over already. I hate Talladega and Daytona races. I won there last year, but don't let that fool you. I am absolutely terrible at them, and it'll be a good show for the fans for sure. Believe it or not, we can bump draft these DW12s, so you get hooked up with the right people, you can make some stuff happen. So it'll be interesting. It'll be a good show for all the fans at home. Quite nerve-wracking from the seat, but it'll be a good time. really looking forward to getting that one over with. So
Yeah, we got a little taste of the bump draft in there between you and William there earlier on in the race. Looked like William kind of gave you a little too much of a nudge there down the front straightaway there. But all in all, definitely looking forward to next Thursday and seeing these cars actually bump draft. That's going to be something new that I have never seen before. So definitely looking forward to seeing that out there on the track. But before we go ahead and let you continue your celebration down there in the virtual victory lane, Lance, any final thoughts, shout outs you want to give before we go ahead and let you pour some more champagne all over your crew here tonight?
Shout out to you guys at Extreme Racing TV, first of all, for bringing the great broadcast. I can't wait to watch it tomorrow morning. And shout out my sponsors, Crown Athletics, B. Smith Maintenance, LA Electric, Magnolia Laser. All them guys are great. They allow the CRT Pulse boys to do what we do best and provide us with some great looking cars. So, and shout out to my teammate Willie also for sticking behind me there on the restart. He definitely could have jumped in there the one time, but he just stuck in line and wanted to bring 1-2 home for the team. It's a shame that he had some troubles there at the end and didn't get to finish.
Yeah, it is unfortunate for him, but unfortunately, that's the world we live in on the virtual side of things. Especially on the last lap, that's got to be so heartbreaking for him. So hopefully for him to bounce back next week and grab a podium, if not a victory, be a good comeback story for him. But until then, you still got a victory to celebrate here, Lance. So go enjoy this one, and we'll see you out there at Talladega next Thursday night.
Absolutely. Let's get that 77 to the front.
All right. Sounds good. All right, everybody. Well, that will conclude the interviews here this evening. So let's go ahead and get it down to the final results, pending any admin stuff they have to do here post-race. Finishing in that top spot, once again, we have Lance Anthony. So congratulations to Lance once again on the victory here tonight. In P2, Edson Santos was not able to get him up for an interview, but congratulations on grabbing P2 here tonight. Garrett Hagan finishing third in that 30 machine. Congratulations on the final podium spot here in third. Brian Edwards in fourth in that 11 machine. Dylan Williams fifth in that 32. Back in sixth, the 116 Bradley Williams. Seventh spot, we have the 76 Brad Adams. Brian Clementi in the 81 finishing eighth. William Rucker unfortunately had the internet issue there on the last lap in that 77 machine finishing ninth. And rounding out the top 10, the 33 of CJ Harden. Back in 11th, we have the 24 of Andy Frazier. 12th, we got the 48 of Warren Rogers. Back in 13th, the 2 of Calix. Trying to figure out your last name, Calix. Give me some time. Back at 14th, we got the 14 of William Sweenson. I'm going to call you Swetson. Back in 15th, we got the 28 of Andrew Fay. Back in 16th to 916 of Aaron Hobart. Back in 17th to 118 of Billy Smith. 18th to 17th of Anthony Yuns. 19th, we have the 56 of Alex Oppenbach. 20th, the 07 of Joshua Osborne. 21st, the 83 of Travis Rucker. 22nd, we have the 23 of Christopher Lake. And that will round out the field here. 22 Indy cars gridded up here tonight at Gateway. Well, folks, it's been a pleasure putting on the second race here for Season 2 for the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Once again, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsors here for Season 2. Crown Athletics for coming on board, Magnolia Laser, and MW Race Cars. Thank you all for supporting and helping grow the Crown Athletics Racing Tour. Till next Thursday night at Talladega. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor, and can't wait for the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and have a good night.